Okay, guys, welcome back to Bar Chat. We've got some breaking news, hence we're jumping on very quickly today. The fight is on Benn versus Eubank. It's going to be on the 25th of April, something we've all been looking forward to. Matt, this is exciting. You're a massive boxing fan. What do you think?
Yeah, I've been, well, we were all waiting for this fight 2 years ago, and then obviously the Benn suspension happened. I think this is going to be explosive. I hope it's explosive like it was with their fathers. I think the whole build-up and everything to this fight, it's not that far away. It's only in April, they're saying. I think it's going to be, if everything goes the way it's looking at the minute, it could be the most explosive, exciting fight that we've seen for a while.
And it's scheduled here. So interestingly, the most interesting thing is it was at catchweight last time, 157, which is what Eubank was right. This is going to be at 160. There's a hydration clause at that, which means as far as I understand that, is that as long as they weigh in at 160, Eubank or Benn, more likely to be Eubank, could be fighting at 170. Obviously, Benn's coming up from 147. Rooney, problem for that, or do you fancy his chances?
I don't know. I mean, it is a step up for sure, and I guess he's put that in for the counter reason of trying to catch Eubank out on the hydration side of it. But I don't know. I mean, they make it so complicated these days with the specific rules on specific fights and different governing bodies, and I don't know. I think it's probably fair if it's split down the middle, but. Similar to Matt, 2 years ago, I was really, really looking forward to this fight. I have to say, with everything that's gone on in between, with the switch over to the US governance for Benn, and he's kind of, what do you say, he's inverted commas let off for the undeclared substance abuse. It's kind of lost a little bit of its shine. But then when you look at what's coming up in the next quarter or so, it is likely to be billed, probably rightly so, as the biggest fight coming up.
I think there's some real beef now. I mean, Eubank saying how he sort of led him up the garden path. He obviously doesn't accept that it was, I guess, a faulty testing. He's failed on a banned substance. He's obviously caused him a lot of pain. He's also blaming that the loss. After that, Liam as one of the reasons for that. He obviously got that back and won the second fight on this one. But there's definitely some beef. He's even turned his thing to Hearn as well, calling them two rats, Matt, in the boxing game. I think I'm really looking forward to this fight. I think it will be an awesome fight. I'd love to see Benn win this one. It will be a stadium fight, I hear. It's probably most likely going to be at Tottenham. So we're talking 80,000 plus people. It's going to be a hell of a spectacle. What do you think, Matt, when one coming up from 147, you've done a bit of, I know, amateur boxing, but you've got involved with that. Is it a massive, I mean, look, what we're talking about is coming up the equivalent of a stone. Is that a massive issue for a fighter,
Never done it myself. I mean, he can build the muscle, but whether it's natural for him,
is it likely to make him slower?
It could do. It could do because he could become tired quicker. If it's not a natural weight for him, some people find it easy to gain muscle and because it could be then they're more natural size. But if it's not your natural size and it's not in your genetics and everything to be that big, it could be quite difficult to go up to weight sizes and still have the speed and power.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking, Rooney. I mean, one of the things that Conor Benn has liking to his father is he's very explosive. Coming up this weight could, that might be his USP is taken away by in some respect potentially. Anyway, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably, given the way they've structured it, reasonably well balanced. I mean, neither of them at the minute, I think I'm right in saying neither of them are obvious world championship contenders at the minute. So they're not fighting for a belt of world significance at the minute. I mean, clearly there's the history, there's the fight.
It's just bragging rights, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Fights back in the day. I mean, I remember coming home from the pub and we'd be watching that in a late bar all the time. Eubank, Ben, and there was the other lad as well who tragically had the
Michael Watson.
Yeah, Michael Watson, of course. Yeah, I mean, that was when that middleweight sector was absolutely peppered with talent. So I get the appeal. And the other way of looking at it, if it's going to be at Spurs, at least Spurs boxing fans will see a bit of fight in their stadium once this year anyway. Well,
I think importantly, you know, it's like all of these top fighters, you've got the misfits, which everyone writes off, but all of these fighters are now becoming prize fighters. And whilst there's no belt on the line, it's a bit like everyone now talking about Fury and AJ, and it has Fury is he just, you know, chatting shit and trying to raise his fee up by saying he's going to retire. This is what the game has moved to. Like you say, Matt, no belt on the line, but it's capturing people's imagination. I'm also led to believe that they were at a 45-55 split, which Conor Benn wasn't acceptant to. And the Sheikh Al-Turki has stepped in and unconfirmed as basically, I think, making up the difference for one. And for two, I'm led to believe, unconfirmed, he's also put his money in his pocket to ensure that Chris Eubank Jr. Senior and Nigel Benn are in the corresponding corners. That's got to make for good. That's got to make for a great fight, and no doubt they'll have a scrap in the warm up as well. I mean, we want that, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely want that. That's what every boxing fan wants in the build up and the whole spectacle of it, and having rows and having to be kept apart at the press conferences. That's what everyone looks for. That's what everyone wants. It builds up the anticipation for the fight.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I'm looking forward to it. I think we need to be getting on to our sponsors, Madry. They haven't got the pouring rights at Tottenham, have they? And you know, surely not. But they must get their hands on some tickets. So we'll tap up the Rodders to get hold of Bazza. Get hold of Bazza and get us reporting from the smelly place that is on the Seven Sisters Road. But you can jump the barriers again and put your hip out.
I thought we'd be a bit fitter by then, but let's see. I can't remember what the beer was now at Spurs. I know it's a decent price. Can't remember what it was. The lager.
I don't know. I don't think they have got the pouring rights. So I think they went for it, and I don't know who's got it. But either way, we've got contact. We know people.
Yeah, I also know someone who works for Matchroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's one of Jodie's friends' other half. He works for Matchroom, and he was out in Riyadh for the last lot of fight, Usyk Fury.
Well, I suggest we take a two-pronged attack and get ourselves some tickets. But listen, they should be available. 90,000 tickets. I think we want to be getting down there.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
I'm up for it. Well, listen, boys, I wanted to just jump on and get this. I know you're on your way back from York. You've been putting oil in your gun or whatever you've been doing. That's not a metaphor. He's had the day off, but no, he's been chainsaw, mate. It wasn't your gun, wasn't you? Weren't oiling your
chainsaw? No, it was chainsaw. Yeah. In fact, I've got it. I've not done it yet, but I'm on it.
You've not tried it out yet?
No, it's getting tried for the first time at the weekend, so I'd have to go out and get some two-stroke and some chain on. So all done.
Truth be known, mate, he did get it out last weekend, and we are still talking about the chainsaw. He got it out last weekend and ended up too pissed, so they made the sensible decision of not operating a chainsaw after Madry.
I carried it to the pub because it was in the boot of the car, so thankfully I didn't leave it in the pub either. We managed to get it back to James's, so it's safe and secure for first use.
Talking of the pub, Rooney, will we having a couple of Madrys later?
I don't see why not. They're open already, aren't they? Thursday,
one second. It is open. Yes, I can report.
Right, there you go.
I can report.
It'd be rude not to.
Well, actually, John's on his way up tonight. Matt, as in from LA. I'll be over with him in there later on, I suspect. So we'll be over there about 7ish.
Yeah, give us a shout.
All right, mate.
Good
Cheers,
stuff.
boys. I'm looking forward to it.
Cheers, all. Yeah.
Cheers,
See you
boys.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
See you later.